What's going on, guys? It's your boy James, the Forex Prince, back at it again over here at Beastly Trader, where we teach you how to become a profitable and consistent Forex trader. And if that's something you're interested in, make sure you like and subscribe and smash that noti bell so you don't miss any videos. So before we get into the video, just want to give you a quick glance on what we're going to be doing today. And if you want to grasp on to how to become a better forex trader, then you're going to want to stay to the end of this video for the juicy tips and diamonds and gems that I give out. So make sure you stay tuned. So let's get right into the video. Right now, this topic is for you forex traders who are thinking about quitting, or you forex traders who are just not getting the success that you were hoping to get. This picture is to show you a representation of the path that us traders have to take. So I'm going to be the first trader here on YouTube in 2024 to tell you, don't quit. While everybody on the sidelines who watches you think that this is easy or a scam, or even the people that trade amongst you that are demo traders who think that, what you're doing is easy, and because you've been trading for some time and you have success, but it's not the success you want. You still want to keep pushing. You still want to keep pushing. I'm telling you, don't quit, because it is worth it. The average trader turns around their learning curve in the average of 5 to 7 years. So it's just a waiting game, my friend. You just gotta wait it out. So let's get right on into what this video is about, and I will see you soon. So I've been away for a little minute. I've just been focusing on trading. I had a few accounts, took a few withdrawals, did a few things, did a few vacations. So yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and just make a video and show people how to trade, with the little gems that I got. I have a course that I'm going to go over somewhere near the middle of this video, well, which will be soon. But yeah, so like I said, I just been gone. I just been trying to focus on me. It ain't really too much to talk about these days on YouTube. I'm not going to be here posting a video every day teaching you the same stuff or stuff that other people may have covered. I just like to be as authentic as possible, so I do thank the subscribers that I do have. So let's just get right into the video. Yes, this is us. We're on Odd USD H1. I've took a few trades, not much, since I opened up this account. Trade history, you can see I opened this account on the 5th, and just since the 5th I'm $314 positive. I did take 5 trades. I did lose 2, but you see that my losses were controlled over my wins. My wins were where they should have been over my losses. So like I said, I just wanted to show you that, just show you that the account and the strategy is still the same. So yeah, let's just go right into what we want to get into, the juicy stuff. So I created a Forex trading course for people who are still learning or still wanting to learn, or just new to trading as of this year, this month, August of 2024. So yeah, I really just wanted to get this course off my chest. So like I said, what is this? What is trading? Forex trading is the trading of foreign exchange currencies. How can you make money? I knew you'd want to know about that. So like I said, I got a whole summary of everything in here. I will drop the link to this course down in the description below, so make sure you check the description and make sure you check this course out, because all these little blue links here are stuff that you can click and it will take you to other related sources that I have coursed out for you to learn and try to get better at. So like I said, we just gonna breeze through this course right quick and just try our best to make it to the end of the video. So step 1, what is trading sessions and forex pairs? All right, sessions, forex pairs, the market is open 24 hours and they are open about 5 days, 6 days a week. All right, you got 4 sessions that start off in the early AM at 3 a.m. and ends in the late PM, like about, I want to say about 5 to 7 p.m. You got late PM sessions. So you just got to figure out what time works best for you. I trade the New York session, so that's the 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm usually in the charts about 7:30, 8 a.m. and I'm usually off the charts about 12:30 in the afternoon. So that's just the session that I trade. But if you have a 9 to 5 job, that might not work for you, so you have to trade the Tokyo session, or find a better way to work your working schedule out so you can join the New Yorkers. But yeah, then you got pairs. Forex pairs, also known as currency pairs, are also price quotes for the exchange rates of two different currencies traded in the Forex exchange market. So if you see me trade something that's all USD, that's Australian dollar versus the US dollars, and price quoted and price quotes. So, how will we control risk? We control risk by understanding what pips is. Pips is basically a percentage in point, or a price interest point. That's basically what a pip is. And you calculate pips off of basically where price is. So for odd USD, if price is 0.7774, the 4 is the pip, with the 1 being the pipettes. Pipettes is for scalpers and scalping. Pips is for like day traders, and then you got like micros and things like that. But so yeah, it's easy. You just got to focus on the number of pips and the amount of risk that you want. All this is going to be in the course, so you can read all of this yourself. But the value of a pip can vary depending on the amount of the currency being traded. So for an example, if you have 100 pips, that's equal to 1 cent, and then you got 10,000 pips, that is equal to $1. When trading a standard lot, which is about 100,000 units of currency, each pip can be worth about as much as $10, depending on what your account size is. So we're now on what is risk to reward. If you can determine how much risk you are willing to risk pip wise, then you are willing to know and understand how much your trade is worth. So if I'm risking 1.5% of 2.5 to a $2,500 account, which is $38, I would then need to know how many pips my stop loss needs to be in comparison to what my stop take profit is. But generally, trades range in between like 1 to 2 or 1 to 3s. So if I'm risking $38, I'm shooting for $76 in profit. Or if I'm risking $38, I'm shooting for $113 in profit if I'm shooting for a 1 to 3. So the picture just basically describes how to get out of break even. Break even is basically, let's say you're risking 38 and you up $38, you at break even. Boom. Break even. That's zero. Well, no, well, no, that's positive. Yeah, no. Break even is basically being zeroed out. So if I'm risking $38 and I'm zero on my trade, I'm break even. You put a trade and you let it rock, break even, and then you shoot for your 1 to 1. So 1 to 1, you gotta risk 50%. You gotta wait 50% of your trade to play out for you to be a and 1 to 2, 3%, 1 to 3, 25%. So as the trade gets bigger in the risk, the reward also grows, and how much you need to break even gets smaller. So what is lot sizes? Lot sizes are the value in your account that you are willing to risk. Rule of thumb, never risk more than 1.5 on any trade. So if I have a $500 account, I'm not to risk more than $8 per trade. Alright, so just basically breaks it down on how much units you have. Units is basically the account size, and it lets you know that this is the preferred pip range that you should be at with the volume that you should trade. So I have a formula that lets you know how to trade. So if you have a $1,000 account, you times it by 1.5%, and that gives you a $15 risk per trade. Divide that by 100 pips, that lets you know how many lot sizes you use. But that your account size varies on you, so your risk per trade will vary on you, and then your lot size will also vary on you and your account size. So just gotta be mindful. What to take profits and stop losses. Your stop losses and take profit is basically a point where you say, beyond this point, take me out of this trade, I don't want to lose, and beyond this point, take me out of this trade, I don't want any more profits. Basically, stop loss, take profit. So that's what this picture down here shows. Basically what a 1 to 3 will look like. A 1 to 3 basically show that you're risking pips for profit, not profit for pips, but it could be either way you look at it. I'll let you read the buy, limit, buy, stop orders. Basically like market orders that are pending, orders that aren't actually open. The market has to get to these points and then do certain conditions for your position to be open. That's basically a market position, and that's basically what that photo shows right there. You can go ahead and watch all that. Time frames is basically the time frame that you can trade. Many scalpers and day traders and swing traders trade different time frames. Scalpers trade 1 minute, 5 minute time frames for entries. Day traders do 15 minutes and 3 minute entries for 4 hour time frames. And with the swing trader using the 1 hour and the 4 hour on their weekly, the daily and weekly positions. So it just depends on what type of trader you want to be, and what type of profits you want to get. And then you just got to break it down for yourself, slow it down, speed it up, and then this is all for you. So the juicy part of all this is basically back testing. Right? What is back testing? Back testing is basically when you have a strategy and you want to test and try to figure out the strategy's accuracy. So that's when you back test the strategy and test its performance to see what it have done in the previous. So with that back testing, that'll let you know, okay, this is what the strategy could do. Forward testing is when you let the market play out on TradingView with the bars replay mode, and you let it play out and see if the strategy is still as accurate as what the back test had provided in the data. And if it is, then you know you have a solid strategy. But then I still would say find more things to make the strategy whole, because you have to make the strategy yours. Never take somebody's strategy and then make it yours and then you don't understand it and say, all right, I'm done. No, make the strategy yours. Make the strategy yours. So like I said, what are pullbacks? Pullbacks are basically points of time in the market decides to continue, to take a break before deciding to continue a move. Sometimes the price will fly up 100 pips and then it will come back down like 50, back down to the 50 EMA, 30 or 40 pips before continuing back beyond past the last pip threshold. So the photo down low shows what pullbacks are. Pullbacks are basically something that comes back and then continues price into its trending motion. And then what is not a pullback is when a complete trend is changed and a higher low is taken out by a lower low, and then that's that. So undo. Don't want to do that. So just go ahead and do that. My strategy basically consists of the relative strength index. I use oversold, overbought, and other territory and ranges to help me get into my positions, as well as moving averages to let me know what the market is actually doing. Where is market is a good thing to understand of where market can go, and where it has come from can tell you where market should be. That's why I have it set up. I got everything marked in here. What is price and what is structure? Basically, price is shown in candles. So 5 candles on the 15-minute time frame is equivalent to 75 minutes or hour and 15 minutes. So each little candle is price. Price is bunched up on each little time frame in its own little time frame worth of candles. So if you're in a 5-minute time frame, each candle is worth 5 minutes. If you're in an hour, each candle is worth an hour, so on and so on. So that is price. What is structure? Structure is a segment of price being bunched together, created in what we most call zones. Zones are on the ISI showed nearing oversold or overbought territories. So in this photo above here where it says stops for short positions and stops for long positions, shorts are sells, longs are buying positions. So those will be your stops, because that is where price seems to be like, I don't want to go anymore. And you will put your stop there, hoping that price wouldn't break that zone, not the level, the zone. And and price continues, and then you flourish. So there are 2 platforms that you can trade on. You can trade on MetaTrader, and you can also trade on TradingView. Both the links are covered right there in the blue links in the titles. So that is MetaTrader there in that photo, right there. That is my strategy fully loaded. I'll also give you that as well. And then here, TradingView wise, this is TradingView. Yes, I still use the same indicators to help me understand what the market is doing and what signal is being placed and what is trending for the market. So yes, I take care of everything when it comes to these markets. Alright, my strategy is basically a combination between price and where structure is, the oversold, supply, and overbought, and demand zones, using the moving averages and RSI to show me the best possible time to enter in the market. And basically, I have a video demonstration there that shows you that, and there is basically my strategy here on the current time that I'm watching. That is Australian dollar. And at the bottom of this will be all my links. So if you end up needing to contact me or you wanted to get getting closer to me, these are the links down here that you can click on. They take you to external links that you can click on. Trust me, all my links are safe. I am not scamming anybody, but do know that I am here to teach you. I am providing information that can help you learn and become a better trader. And if that is something that you want to become, make sure you go ahead and like this video. So let's get on to some gems. Let's get on to some reason why I brought you here, because I want to help you become a better trader, a consistent trader, and a profitable trader. And if that's something that you want to become, make sure you like, share, and subscribe on this video, and check that noti bell, because I tend to keep this going. Alright, so let's get it popping. So profitable versus the unprofitable trader, the key differences. Alright, unprofitable traders, they think they can win and they never lose, because there is a way to figure it out, the market, and it has this algorithm, and it keeps changes and strategies and their mentors. So that's unprofitable traders. Profitable traders, they accept their losses and they inherit part of the game, and they believe that trading is all about having simple edge and playing the probabilities. Focus on one strategy and one mentor. Unprofitable traders think they have the trade to trade every single day, think they need lots of instruments and pairs and setups and different strategies. They focus on adding as many confluences and techniques to edge as possible. And then when it comes to profitable traders, focus on only trading 1 to 2 days per week, focus on one pair, one setup, one timing, focus on removing as many variables from their edge as possible. Unprofitable traders, they try to make 20% a week. They try to trade big with big risk and big quantities. They need to make millions of capitals and make themselves successful. Profitable traders focus on making 8% a month, focus on obtaining bigger capital and increasing the risk as much as possible, and they know how much they need to stay realistic. All right, so that is the difference between unprofitable traders and profitable traders. So basically what this was basically saying is you need to have a structure. An unprofitable trader doesn't have a structure, they have a dream, and a dream doesn't pay the bills. And if you want to pay the bills, then you need to have a structure. If you can have a structure, then you will acquire your dream. That is how that goes. So if I kept you through this video and I kept you all the way through, like I said, I'm sorry that my videos aren't consistent. I'm sorry I'm not here every day, but when I do drop a video, I try to make sure that the video is full with gems. This is all natural. I'm not reading a script. I'm coming off the top of the head. I'm giving you straight me, raw me, authentic me, and I hope that you can take that in consideration and continue to like, share, and subscribe. And if this video reaches you, thank you for everything that you have done, and I completely appreciate you. Continue watching. Thank you and have a blessed day.